The Chicago Fire went up against Orlando City SC and lost 4-2 against them over the weekend. It was a humbling defeat, going down 3-0 by halftime. The team was able to claw back a few goals, but in the end, a loss is still a loss. And this loss feels a little harsher because not only did we plummet down to last place in the Eastern Conference, but we also lost in a crucial 6-point game today. But before we start crying a river, there were a few positives that we can take from this match. And I'm here to talk to you about it. You're watching Firewatch FC. And before we get started on this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It would help me out a ton. And you guys know how this goes already. It's green boxes for good performances and red boxes for bad ones. We're gonna go ahead and get started on our first red box today, and that's gonna go to Jonathan Dean. Jonathan Dean had a really bad game this weekend. Most of the goals this match came because Jonathan Dean just couldn't stop his man. The first goal that Orlando City scored happened because Jonathan Dean did not respect Facundo Torres. He gave Torres way too much space, and of course he punishes us for it, launching a rocket to the top bins. Then the third goal on the 29th minute, that goal happened because Jonathan Dean couldn't stop Lordhausen. It was a 1v1 battle and Jonathan just got outplayed. He really needed to do better than that. That's two goals that he's directly responsible for before halftime. I'm not sure why he had such a bad performance. It could have been from the humidity, or maybe he just got upset because he couldn't go to Disney World. I don't know. But this is unacceptable. This 3-4-2-1 formation requires our wingbacks to be a lot better than that. So it's going to be a red box for Jonathan Dean. Now our next red box is going to be filled by two players, and that's Anan Aragoni and Arnold Suke. These two players get a red box because they gave up an unnecessary penalty. Orlando City's Angulo gets a through pass from Mauriel. Aragoni and Suke are both caught off guard. They see Angulo run right past them with incredible speed inside the penalty box, and both of them decide to just drag Angulo down to the floor. This was such an unnecessary foul. Even if Angulo did get past them, they were off to the very edge of the penalty box. Nothing was gonna happen. There was also no one in the box for him to cross to. What was the point of that? There was also two of them there. One of them could have easily gone a little bit closer to goal, while the other one stayed on Angulo. Literally no reason for them to do that. And if we look at their individual performances for the rest of the night, Aragoni still had a very, very bad game. During those 46 minutes that he was out on the pitch, he did absolutely nothing. I was looking through my notes and I saw that I didn't write anything about him. Then I went ahead and took a look at the stats. He only had like 24 touches throughout the entire match. He only had one pass in the final third, did not block, did not tackle. He really just got into the game, caused us to get a penalty, and left. And if we take a look at Suke, he also had a bad game. Not as bad as Aragoni, but still pretty bad. On the 25th minute, there was a wide open Aragoni that he probably could have passed to. On the 45th minute, he did a long ball to no one. And at the end of the first half, he attempted a very bad shot at goal. Like I said with Dean, our wingbacks need to be much, much better than this for the system to work. So Aragoni and Suke, you get a red box. Now we can move on to our one and only green box, and that's going to go to Hugo Kuipers. I thought Hugo Kuipers had an amazing game today. The one thing that you can count on Hugo Kuipers for is keeping that same energy no matter what happens. Even after being 3 goals down, he still kept trying. He's always pressing the defenders, always looking to get that goal, always putting himself in positions where it's dangerous. Honestly, for me, Hugo Kuipers is the best DP that we've had since Cuauhtémoc Blanco. And yeah, I'm including Schweinsteiger. Ever since Hugo Kuipers has been getting service, he's been consistently getting goals, and that's what you want from a DP striker. Honestly, if we just take a look back, ever since DC United, he has had a goal contribution. DC United goal, he got an assist, and from both Orlando City games, the LA Galaxy game, and the Toronto FC game, he has gotten a goal. For Chicago, he has been the most effective DP that we've had in a very long time. And this is all because of his never give up attitude, his #MM mastery mindset. And in a team like the Chicago Fire, you need that type of mindset to push through all the bullshit. Even when your teammates aren't doing things right, when the front office isn't doing right, when your coach isn't doing things right. You need to have that strong mindset, and that's what he has. So, easy green box for Hugo Kuipers. Finally, we can go to our last red box, and that's gonna go to Haile Selassie. I feel like I'll probably have some disagreement on this one, but I thought he had a very bad game. And it's just because he tried to do more than he actually can do. In my previous videos, I've been critical of Haile Selassie for this exact same reason. He'll try to dribble through 4 or 5 players for absolutely no reason. A few times he would try to dribble through a defender to no end. For one, Haile Selassie is just not a good dribbler. He's just not. And second, even if he was able to dribble past a defender, you have to have a reason to do it. A lot of the times when he tries to dribble through defenders, there's still another defender behind that one. So what's the point? Selassie did a really good job in the last 2 games of being that support player for Hugo Kuipers. In this match, he kind of just decided to do his own thing, and that doesn't work. On one hand, I like that he puts the game on his back and tries to be effective in the game, but on the other, he just doesn't have the skill for it, and he should know that he doesn't have the skill to dribble through defenders. He's done it multiple times in this season, and it's just not working out. So in my opinion, just stick to what you're good at. And this isn't on him, but the penalty kick that was awarded should have gone to Hugo Kuipers, not Haile Selassie. I don't know why he was able to take that penalty kick. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, but Frank Lopez does whatever he wants, I guess. Usually getting a goal gets you a better rating, but when it's a penalty kick, I don't know, it just doesn't do anything for me. So, red box for Haile Selassie. And I'm sure you guys noticed this already, but all the red boxes were on the wide players. Those are the players that really let us down. Everyone else actually had a good game. Turan had a great game, even though we got scored on 4 times. None of them were his fault. Herbers and Acosta both did really well in that midfield. Brian Gutierrez also did a really good job today being an active threat in that midfield, testing the goalkeeper more than pretty much everyone else except for maybe Kuipers. And as for Brady, I think he had an okay game, but I'm really starting to feel like he needs to start saving some of these penalties. So far in this season, he has faced 4 different penalties and hasn't saved a single one. I get that it's not the most important thing in the world for a goalkeeper, but it is a gap in his game, and I hope that he can do something about it soon. I don't want us to overreact too much on this game, which sounds kind of dumb because we are last place in the Eastern Conference. But if you actually looked at the game and looked at the performances of everyone, most players did really well. It's just our wingbacks did a really bad job today, and they couldn't handle the speed that Orlando has in their squad. If I'm Frank Lopez, I would keep the same formation for the next couple of games because most of our players did well. I'd probably focus on our wingbacks to do a lot better in defending, especially against fast players. I mean, if they wanted to see a masterclass at how to defend a fast player when you're not fast yourself, show them a clip of Joe Scally going up against Vinicius Jr. That's the way to do it. The point is, you can do it even though you're not a fast player yourself. I mean, if Joe Scally can do that to Vinicius Jr., then Jonathan Dean could definitely do that to Thorhausen and Facundo Torres. But like I said, no need to overreact. Things that were true before this match are still true after this match. Frank Lopez is not the coach to take us to the playoffs. This formation still works really well to get the best out of Kuipers, Gutierrez, Acosta, Herbers, and Turan, and the fire does a lot better without Shaqiri. Anyways, that's all I had for you guys. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe on this video, and in the comments, let me know what you think. And as always, 97 till forever.